Hey guys, Cool Blind Way back. I'm Rick.
I'm Maggie.
We're back with Fruits Basket. Last time on Hattori and Mayu together forever.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And more of the dirty schemer. Can you remember what that name they called him a while back was? That was so hilarious. It was...
I do not.
It was great.
I'm thinking Pervy Sage, but that's a different show.
That's a pretty good name too. I remember whatever it was like, you could probably check in your book. You wrote it in like huge letters.
Well, he's certainly a schemer, but I like to think that he did that like not for his own purposes, but just to help out like Hattori and Mayu.
I believe it.
Like, I hope it was just altruistic.
Altruistic.
And not, like, for selfish reasons to make him the god of the family so that they can never disobey him and he can be master of all.
The scribbler.
The scribbler? Well, let's see what hijinks the scribbler gets into this time.
That's great.
We definitely called it. Everything that you said was going to happen happened.
No. It just...
The Yuki fan club came back. Student council.
I'm amazed. I'm honest. I'm amazed. I thought they were still in summer for a while yet.
Nope. Summer's over. Back to school.
And yet another episode without any Toru.
Yeah. What's her name? Kimi looks a lot like Toru.
Yeah.
And it played her music too.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second.
It was definitely the cue where it was like, he might have gotten them mixed up.
They were talking about like how much Kyo had grown. I was like, I mean, yeah, like Kyo grew, but Toru didn't look, I mean, she looked different, but not that much different. Is this her? Like, how long has it been? But no. Back to Kimi, the rest of the student council.
Yeah. Like, at this point, they seemed like a D&D group, honestly.
I mean, it seems just kind of like a dysfunctional family. In a way. Manabe, the most dysfunctional is all. I wonder, who was he talking about? Like, you remind me of her. Here's the thing she would say. I just thought Rin, because she seems to be everywhere.
Oh gosh.
But I don't know. I don't know who he's talking about. Or who he is.
I don't know if she gets around that much. Plus, wait. No, she's about the same age as Hatsu, right? So she'd be a year younger.
Mm-hmm. I like the scene at the end, but I'm still not on board with Manabe. I don't like him very much.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of that he's the only one. The reason why he sleeps all day is because he has to protect the school at night. And everybody else does like student council things, and he's in the school defense force. I mean, just you can't call it right there because you know it's gonna like go on and they'll be like, oh, the reason why he sleeps all day is because his parents died and he's been sleeping underneath a dumpster and this raccoon keeps waking him up at night. They don't have raccoons in Japan, do they?
I don't know. They have foxes.
These foxes start waking him up at night.
Yeah, I grew to like Hiro more. So, it's possible.
And Hiro was like way less likable.
Yeah, but he was also a kid.
They're both kids.
There's a difference. But I thought we were going to get some Ubutani action. We were teased.
Oh, they gotta stretch that out, because if they take Kurano away from Akito, that means it's go time.
Yeah, maybe. I did like her. It was like
Hanajima's been watching these like...
Well, it was like she was Hanajima, because she had like all the darkness around her, you know, and it was all shadowy and purple.
I figured it was just Hanajima seeing her and seeing all the waves coming off of her, being like, "Oh my dear, it's getting darker and darker, just every day."
Did she tell them Kurno's name? Well, obviously she didn't tell Toru, but did she, like, she mentioned...
She found out his name, at least his first name. I don't think she knows he's a Soma.
I don't think so either, but she's obviously mentioned him to
Yeah.
Toru and...
She mentioned the guy at the convenience store, but
Yeah.
she didn't say his name. So imagine later on they'll have like a moment and she's like, "Yeah, the guy at the convenience store," or like, "I saw him again," or something. Did I tell you his name was Kurno? And then Toru has that gling moment. It's like, "Oh, I need to add your name to my deck of people that I pull out when we go into the final battle."
Yeah, I feel bad for Yuki. Like, he made this commitment to not run away, to, like, be more personable, but I feel like he's tested so much on his first try, you know?
I mean, you can't just decide to be more personable. And all you can do is decide to, like, to try and to start, like,
Yeah, that's what I mean,
all
though.
those mistakes.
Like,
Because
it's like it's his first day of law school, but they're making him take the bar exam.
I mean, that's the whole point of kids hanging around with each other, is being able to make those mistakes together.
True.
All at once. So the rest of us don't have to deal with it.
But he's also, like, in the position of leadership, you know?
No, yeah, I agree.
There are expectations on him.
And who knows, the fact that he, sometimes people that are extra out there and kind of trying hard to be popular, well-known, or well-liked and such, is because they don't really believe it in themselves a bit.
I mean, Yuki is popular and loved despite being, like, distant.
I mean, for the girls. You can obviously see, like, from Naohita, that he's like, "You are my rival!"
Yeah, but that's a term of admiration, too. Because, like, your rival is someone who you admire but wouldn't be better than.
Sure, but what did you name your rival in Pokemon?
I left him Gary, I think.
Oh, gosh, you're so white bread. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, man, it seems like, despite the fact that Yuki was saying, like, how he's going to kind of follow his road, or, you know, obey the family lines, kind of go along with Akito, kind of, seems like he's still made choices that are gonna stick with him, like with actually being social and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, after the beach, I feel like him and Kyo both regressed a little bit, but I still think they're continuing to take steps forward, even if they have to start a little further back.
Yeah. It's weird, because, like, I don't think they've actually regressed. I think they've just been, like, put under the, like, up until this point, it's been, like, manipulations and such. But, like, the thumb that the adult spirit animal people have been put under seems a little bit, like, more absolute than the kids, almost.
I mean, I still think it's somewhat of a regression, because, like, they were more happy and carefree, and they didn't feel the weight, but now they remember, or the weight's been thrusted back upon them.
Or maybe they've been running away from it up to that point, and at this point they know that, like,
I think they were just...
it's a battle?
Well, I don't think so. I don't think they're to that point yet. I think,
Well, they can't fight yet, because they just can't. But once Toru gets the fighting started, or whatever, they'll have been thinking about it and, like, kind of prepping themselves or something. I don't know!
hopefully.
I don't know if that even makes sense.
High-strung, barely speaks, and the most challenging mix of Kyo and Ayume.
Ayame. Ayame's the best.
He's pretty good.
What would he say Kyo just because he sees Kyo as being so?
Well, I
Because
mean, he had
Kyo
looked
just
at Kyo.
draws people to
Yeah,
him.
he had looked at Kyo before, and like Kyo had friends around him, and
Just because
like even though he seemed annoyed with them, like he was still
so irascible.
yeah, he was personal with them and playing card games with them and whatever. Like
He wasn't
Yuki's much more inside
locking
himself.
himself up.
Not yet, but he's soon to be.
Yeah. So it's almost like they flipped. Like before that, Yuki was locking himself up all the way, and now they're kind of about to change places.
I just have to realize that they're each other's key to freedom.
Yes.
All right, what's next episode? Since you can apparently tell the future,
I don't know. Like,
you should say something crazy and make it happen.
oh gosh. Well, all I went back is like, oh, like what new characters have we been referenced to in the past that we don't know about now? And
I mean, Rin is a new character. We haven't got much from her yet.
yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Maybe we'll get Satsuke, Hiro's mother. That was the one that Shigure used as a like
Kyo's
decoy.
dad.
I think I have had enough of Kyo's dad. I don't know if I need more Kyo's dad. All right. Well,
I hope maybe Toru will come back and like be asking more questions.
in her detective outfit with her magnifying glass and deerstalker cap. Let's see. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our journey through Fruits Basket. If you want to see more, you can over at patreon.com/blindwave. You can also subscribe so that you never miss a reaction at all, ever. Also, if you missed them, we reacted to Haikyuu as well, which was so good. You should watch that too.